$1,000, $1,000, repeated lawyer Tillman, solemnly and severely. And here is the money. Young Jillian gave a decidedly amused laugh as he fingered the thin package of new $50 notes. It's such a confoundedly awkward amount, he explained, genially, to the lawyer. If it had been 10,000, a fellow might wind up with a lot of fireworks and do himself credit. Even $50 would have been less trouble. You heard the reading of your uncle's will, continued lawyer Tillman, professionally dry in his tones. I do not know if you paid much attention to its details. I must remind you of one. You are required to render to us an account of the manner of expenditure of this $1,000 as soon as you have disposed of it. The will stipulates that. I trust that you will so far comply with the late Mr. Jillian's wishes. You may depend upon it, said the young man, politely. In spite of the extra expense it will entail, I may have to engage a secretary. I was never good at accounts. Jillian thrust the package of notes into his coat pocket and went to his club. There he hunted out one whom he called Old Bryson. Old Bryson was calm and 40 and sequestered. He was in a corner reading a book, and when he saw Jillian approaching he sighed, laid down his book and took off his glasses. Old Bryson, wake up, said Jillian. I've a funny story to tell you. I wish you would tell it to someone in the billiard room, said Old Bryson. You know how I hate your stories. This is a better one than usual, said Jillian, rolling a cigarette, and I'm going to tell it to you. It's too sad and funny to go with the rattling of billiard balls. I've just come from my late uncle's firm of legal coursers. He leaves me an even $1,000. Now, what can a man possibly do with $1,000? I thought, said Old Bryson, showing as much interest as a bee shows in a vinegar cruet, that the late Septimus Jillian was worth something like $500,000. He was, assented Jillian, joyously, and that's where the joke comes in. He's left his whole cargo of doubloons to a microbe. That is, part of it goes to the man who invents a new bacillus and the rest to establish a hospital for doing away with it again. There are one or two trifling bequests on the side. The butler and the housekeeper get a seal ring and $10 each. His nephew gets $1,000. You've always had plenty of money to spend, observed Old Bryson. Tons, said Jillian. Uncle was the fairy godmother as far as an allowance was concerned. Any other heirs? Asked Old Bryson. None. Jillian frowned at his cigarette and kicked the upholstered leather of a divan uneasily.